Okay, good morning, guys. Welcome to another session of 123 Technicals. For those that are new, this session is just all about market analysis. Take a look at the fundamentals, then we go to the technicals, and then try to see what we can make of the market for today. And you guys should, those that will be watching it on YouTube, you guys should not forget to like and subscribe to the page. Yeah, and you can join the Telegram group. I'll be sending the link to the Telegram group before the session ends. Anyways, so let's start with the fundamentals for today. We have some high impact news by 8:30. We have mid impact news. This one won't really move the market. It's medium impact. So it's by 8:15. And then by 8:30, we have PMI. And then I think that's all. The rest, 9:30, we have mid impacts. This ones might not move the market at all. And then USD will have mid impact. We have mid impacts by 2:45 and then 5:20. So you guys should, I think the major ones you should watch out for is the one for 8:30. So if you have any open positions on anything euro, move your stop loss to break even, or you can just wait for the news to happen then you enter. Anyway, so let's move to trading view. Let's take a look at today. So let's start with EURUSD. Start with AUD/USD. So AUD/USD, this is okay. Can you guys hear me clearly and see my screen? I don't know, someone can indicate in the chat section so I can continue. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool.
Yeah, sure, I can hear you.
Okay, so let's continue. So based off of the recent price action, we had this push and then kind of like a pullback, but then I don't feel this pullback is complete yet. I don't know. But then we have some candles trying to push up. So let's break this whole stuff down. So let's see what the shortage looks like. Is it oh. This 4H is starting to look like it wants to reverse. The bearish candlesticks on the 4H are actually stronger than the bullish candlesticks. And I feel it's actually going to reverse this whole trend. But then I hate tricky stuff. Anyway, so now let's drop down to the 1H here and see what's really happening. So now, price broke out of here, yeah? Broke out, and then it actually tried retracing. It did not really come down, pushed a bit, and then what broke structure to the downside. So now we have actually shifted structure. So now if you look at it from the bullish sentiment perspective, yeah, we're expecting towards anybody that was waiting for the retest wants to catch what's a buy here. But then if you look at this place, we do not have any entry confirmation to take a buy. First, the rejection candle is still bearish. It's not a bullish rejection candle. It's not a pin bar. It's not a hammer. This one is invalid because the body is not bullish. It's actually bearish. Then we have kind of like an engulfing candlestick, but then it's engulfing candlestick. I don't know. After the engulfing candlestick, we still had price come down inside this area again. Let's drop down to the 15 minutes and see something. So basically, this is what we had. We had what? Break of structure. It came back inside, and then now we're failing to break this previous structure. So now this point is an area you guys can can look into, highlight this area and keep this point here, because this was the last structure price broke. If you look at it on the 1 hour too, you see that price actually broke out of there. You get. But then it's these weak formations that want to happen right now that I don't really understand. So let's wait for this 8 o'clock candlestick to close, and then we'll see what we can make out of the market. But then this area should be somewhere you watch out for. This point here. Watch out for this area. Watch how price is going to behave. As long as price stays above this and stays below this high here. Yeah, when you have bearish sentiments, I don't know whether it's going to be for the short. It's going to, in the short run, we have bearish sentiments, you guess, until price breaks this low here. Until price breaks this low here, that we know that in the long run too, we have bearish sentiments. But for now, in the long run, the 4H is still kind of bullish. It's just showing signs of rejection. You get, it might be a retracement. You get, it might be for the short term. You get, but in the long run, we might continue the uptrend as far as to stay above this low here. You get. Hope you guys understand what I mean. Are you guys with me? Yes. Good, but there's this whole stuff. If I drop my feed, I think we have actually reached the 50%, the 50 of the range. Let's see. Okay, we just tapped into the 50 of the range, which can be very tricky, because right now, if I was going to take a sell, I'll actually take that sell and then exit at the 50. So now this area here that I told you guys to watch out for is sell here. If you take a sell here from this area, yeah, anywhere your stop is, if you like, put it at the top here. If you like, and just put it anywhere you get. If you are using the candlestick, drop it at the end of the candlestick, of the rejection candlestick, you see, yeah, and then your TP should be at this point here, at this 50. If you can see, this 50 is exactly where this candlestick is. Do you understand? There's exactly where the wick of this candlestick is. So if you're taking a sell, that should end there, because in like the long term, we're actually bullish. So you don't want to go against the main trend too much. You can catch small sells here and there, but apart from that, that should be okay. When you start catching the big sells is when price breaks this low to the downside, then we can know that massive sells are coming in. But for now, let's just stay safe and take the small sells to see, and always take and then put a stop loss to break even. If you are taking a sell, you get, because right now we're showing strong bearish sentiments, and then at the same time we're still bullish. So it's gonna be tricky. So now let's go to NZD/USD. It might be doing almost the same thing. So NZD2 is almost the same thing. Let's see. NZD is on so much more wicked. NZD is on. Let's see. So NZD2 just tapped into the 50. But then how you know that this whole stuff is not ready to go bullish is all these candlesticks that are just forming here. If you wanted to go bullish here, this whole stuff would have moved since. So what you can just watch out for is how you're going to catch that sell. You get, and this is the area for me, this point here. So if at any time price gets there, let me set an alert. If at any time price gets there, watch how price is going to behave. We'll see rejection candlesticks, then we enter. Another thing that can happen is just that from here now we'll push down. You get. So like I said on AUD, watch out for this low. As long as price stays above it in this, we're basically selling in the short run. But once price breaks it here, we can start taking those massive sells. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at EU. So this is basically what I'm be looking out for. This is the area I would want to take that sell on NZD. And if I take a sell here, I'll be exiting here. So that's just it. And once price breaks here, I'm going to start looking for those massive sell positions. So that's basically it on NZD. Let's go to Euro USD. Let me check my RSI. Euro USD, this is where it becomes interesting. This is really interesting. So let's see. We just broke structure to the upside, yeah? And then, but me, I feel this candlestick is just bluffing. It's because of the news. We might just see, it's because of that news that I told you guys. It's not 8:15 already, sir, but then it's in anticipation of the news event. So now, yeah, we might just, if this candlestick close bullish and breaks above, then we'll still continue with what's the break and what's retest for what's a continuation. Do you get? Simple as that. But then if this candlestick doesn't close above here, you get, if it's just the wick that is above here, then we'll start looking, would actually know that it's actually sell. Do you get? And funny thing is this candle might actually close bearish, like a bearish rejection candlestick. So either ways, I don't know. I would like to see how this candlestick is going to be the one to determine what I'm going to do on Euro USD. I'll wait for it to close. So you guys should wait for it to close. If you see that it's a bearish rejection candlestick, then fine. Either ways, even if when this candlestick closes, yeah, and then we just see price do something like this and breaks this low to the downside, then we can expect what a retest and what a continuation. It's gonna be like a shift in market structure situation. You guys understand? That's basically what I have on Euro USD. GBPUSD. Let's take a look at GBPUSD. 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 Might my network be even like this? Okay, GBPUSD too wants to do the same thing Euro USD is doing. So we can watch out here, this low here. I mean this high here. If price closes above it, if the candlestick closes above it, fine. But then another thing we can still watch out for, just like I said on Euro USD, is for that to break above and then what? A shift in market structure. If we see then fine, we can what? And speed the retest for what? Continuation. Get. And then another thing that can happen now is what price will be stuck inside this range here. Because it has been here, I think since yesterday, it has been inside this range. So let's just keep our minds open and then watch how price is going to behave. Either ways, we'll see a break. If you see that break and what you see a clear retest, rejection, that's our entry criteria around here towards take that buy. We'll take that buy and exit here. You guys understand? Then, secondly, if you see that break to the downside, retest and what a continuation. So I finished taking a look at my pairs. Hope you guys understand. You guys can shout, you guys can drop suggestions, pairs you want me to take a look at before we end this session. Do you guys have any pairs you want me to take a look at? Gold. Okay, 2 people actually dropped gold. So, 1 second. Okay, so now let's take a look at gold. Let's look at the 4H. Wow, gold is a bit messy. We had the break, kind of like a retest, and then we had the continuation to the upside. And then now we just came back for something like a retest again. But then how we know that this is more bearish than bullish is the fact that we had 2 candlesticks come to the downside, and then more than 4 candlesticks are still trying to push to the upside. So I'm kind of biased, like I'm kind of bearish on this one. I think if I would be rating any place to take a sell, it would be here, this point here. If I get that rejection candlestick, then I'll take a sell from here. Yeah, and then exit down here. That will be my exit. That will be my TP. Another thing that can happen is for price to break above, and if price breaks above what, as usual, wait for the retest and what, a continuation. If it breaks to the downside, then we know that this was a range. This was a range. If I have that break to the downside, wait for the retest and what, the continuation to the downside. That's basically it. Any other pair you guys want me to take a look at?
USD card.
Okay. Okay, here's the card, here's the JPY. Let's take a look at here's the card. Yes, the card is choppy. Yes, the card is choppy, and I don't want to conclude yet that I've not seen anything, but then it's just weeks. Let's just go to the 1 hour and see if there's anything. Okay, pay attention to this low. And this high here. Because right now we are kind of like in a range. Not really a range, but then either ways, if we break to the downside and then you see a clear retest, you take the sell. If we break to the upside, the same thing, wait for that retest and what's the sell. If we break to the upside from here, it's going to be like a continuation of, it's not going to be a continuation, it was a range. So if we break to the upside now, it's going to be what exit of the range, what you can wait for that what's retest and what's the continuation. So that's basically what I have to see on USD card. Then USD GBPUSD. USD JPY has discouraged me. We are kind of like in a range. I would like to see some clear market structure before I take any decision on this pair. Is there any other pair you guys want me to take a look at? Any other pairs? Okay. So since there are no pairs to take a look at it again, you guys should stay safe in the markets with all the fundamentals happening. You guys should actually guard your positions, and as usual, don't be patient with the markets. Wait for price to come to you. Okay, we'll take a look at EURUGBP. Wait for price to come to you, and then just be patient. Don't rush and take any decisions. Honestly, wait for your setups to manifest before you take any positions. And if you don't see anything, honestly, just take a break. Go take a walk or something, or watch a movie before you come back to the chart again. EURUGBP. Same thing as EURUSD. We just pushed up. Is this candlestick that is going to tell us what to do? If we have that clear break of structure here, we can wait for that retest here, and then what's the continuation? Do you understand? Now, this retest here, I want you guys to understand something. is until you see your entry criteria that you enter. If you don't see your entry criteria and it moves, don't worry, leave it. You see another entry. Do you guys understand? Or what's the other thing that can happen is if we have this break and then almost immediately we have the break to the downside, which will indicate a shift in market structure, we can take that sell and then what's for the consideration. All these areas and all these setups I'm telling you guys to watch out for. Yeah, they might happen, they might not happen. Do you understand? It's not 100. But if they happen, wait for your entry criteria to happen before you take them. Especially on pairs with GBP and Euro, they have a lot of volatility. You get, so it tends to get a little bit tricky with a lot of fix and all. So you guys have to be careful. You guys have to be conservative as much as possible. Do you understand? And one thing, if you see any setup happen, yeah, and if you see the entry criteria, don't hesitate to take it. Don't wait. Take it. Do you guys understand? So, any questions before we end the session? What questions do you guys have? Anything you guys want me to address before we end the session? Okay. I'll take the silence as well. So you guys should not forget to join. Okay, I promised to send the link. Let me send the link.
Boss, good morning. No.
Good morning.
I think there's news on Euro pairs this morning, Abby.
Yes, we take a look at it. We took a look at it, sorry.
Okay, no problem. Because I had to just confirm.
Yeah, we actually look at the phone. Okay, it came late.
Yes, I came a bit late.
Okay, we take a look at the fundamentals before we dive into this thing. So that's the link. I just dropped the link to join the group in the chat section. Use it to join the link or join the group. For those that have not joined the group, you can join the group from that link. And then don't forget to follow the page on Instagram. It's 123_forex with 2x at the end. And if you have any other questions, anything, you can DM me and then we'll talk about it. That's being said. And then for those that want to rewatch the video, those that came late, once it converts, I'll upload it and then send the link to you guys on the group chat.
Okay. God bless.
And take care, guys.
You too.